Remnants of Storm Amy. So welcome back to the channel, everybody. I thought I'd have a wee chat with you now before I get out the tree line and it gets too windy. So it's a Friday afternoon in October. I'm going to head up to a hill I've been on before with RS Outdoors, and guess who's going to be there again, hopefully? RS Outdoors. But I'm also hoping to meet up with another vlogger if he turns up tonight, who's a chap I've been wanting to meet for a long time, but I'll tell you more about that later. So it's about 4:30, 4:45, giving myself about a couple of hours of light to get up there. Going fairly light, although the shelter I've got is heavy, but the rest of it's quite light. I've actually cut out my waterproofs. Just going to go for this Fjallraven and a kind of soft gel in the hope that the forecast is alright, but we'll never know till we get there. I'm in the Perthshire Hills. I'm on the way up Ben Vrackie, so I've just left Mulan above Pitlochry, and Ray Smith should be ahead of me, hopefully somewhere up on the summit, looking for a decent sheltered spot. So apart from the wind, it's a lovely night, or a lovely evening. It's about 5ish now, I'm probably 15-20 minutes in, and you can see the peak up there in the middle of your screen. So most of the ascent is quite gentle and just undulating, and then we come out of a nice reservoir, which if it's really windy up there might be our campsite for tonight. And then beyond that there's a steep climb up to the summit. Just a nice quality of light now as the sun starts to dip below the horizon. It really is the golden hour. It's a really nice time for light, but also just for walking as other people just disappear off the hill and it gets nice and quiet, which I really like coming up this late. It's good, but I'm hoping I can get pitched before it's dark, which would be a help, because it will be the first time I've pitched this tent in anger. I've also gone with the Ultra Trail Timp 5s tonight. These are the ones I used at the Tour de Mont Blanc amongst other places, because I'm hoping most of it will be dry and it's a good trail to the summit for sure. Just not sure how much bog trotting there'll be beyond that if we have to scrabble for a sheltered campsite. So I'll make it wet feet. Very nice. Looking down into Pitlochry, the town now. I'm not sure what the height of Ben Vrackie actually is. I think it's about 2,700 odd, so it's not quite a Munro. But yeah, hopefully it keeps us below any clag, so we can get some nice views for us and you guys tonight, I hope. Bird of prey up there. Nice and quiet now. I haven't seen anyone for a while. I don't know if that's the summit cairn I can see or whether that's somebody standing on the top, but yeah, nice and peaceful and just lovely light now. Just hoping I can get more shots of that before I get the tent up. So I've just had confirmation from a guy there that there is another person on the top who's camping, so I'm not on my own, thankfully. Not that I would have minded, but I wasn't planning going this far, but decided to go as far as this. Is about 2 hours drive for me, just because I wanted to tie up with a couple of people. It just makes it much more enjoyable. You can see the wind whistling across the reservoir down there at wee loching, and that's quite low compared to where we're going, which is up there. So I'm really not sure whether I've got another chance to get water before the final ascent up there. From memory, I think there might have been a wee river running across, but I don't know if it's worth the gamble. I'll maybe just fill up here and take an extra couple of litres up with me. exactly. Oh, almost worth the drive. There is a river. That would have saved me a wee bit of a slog. Yep, time's marching on. I want to be up there for past as the sun goes down, I think. Oh, 110. So I think I'm about halfway up the steep bit and another half to go. I'm just out the wind here, just taking a wee break. Whoa! 0 food on the way up. I think it's catching up on me. Just feeling slightly lightheaded. Strangely enough, maybe not enough sugar. Have a quarter of a cinnamon bun and some water. That's the first rest actually I've had since I left the car. So normally I just try and break my journey up into half hours. Stop, get a wee drink of water, maybe a quick seat, a wee snack. But just because it was getting dark, I thought I'll push on. But yeah, just a wee touch of dizziness. So, but that sun's just about gone now. Looks a bit lighter on the camera, but it's darker to the eye. Funnily enough, there's a vlogger on the summit. Could it be RS Outdoors? You can't guess whose home that is over there. Right, it's 2 minutes on the summit. Mr. Smith, how the devil are you? Whose idea was this? Right, it's blowing an absolute hoolie if you can hear me. We'll go and get set up somewhere out the wind, if there is anywhere. Right, I've tried to find as much shelter as I can. I'm about 100 yards away from Ray's tent. I'm in a hollow which is pretty damp, so God knows what it'll be like. Let's hope it doesn't rain because it looks like it would flood. But I've got a wee bit of cover with a slight rise above me here from this howling wind. Bear in mind guys, it's quite a big footprint on the Varde, so you do have to find that wee bit extra flat space for it because it's roomy. Getting the poles in is easy. One crossover for the main black ones and then the blue ones are just straight over without crossing. Now the problematic bit is getting this up in the wind without it blowing away, so better get these guy lines on the windward side out first. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me over this wind, but yeah, I'm pretty much done. Let me zoom out a bit. There you go, our tent is up. I'll just go around and check all the clips are okay. The pegs are a bit short, the versions have sent me. They're not great for soft ground, so I may have to use some rock from the summit over there before I go to my bed tonight. But we'll leave it as is just now. We'll get in, get warmed up, get the sleeping bag and the mat out. Right, let's get in. Good thing about this tent is you've got the two doors, so I'm using the one out the wind and the other one is just shut at the moment. No idea what this lie is going to be like. It's probably very, very damp. Can't tell you how good that is to be out that wind. It's the wind and the damp actually, it's very claggy. So anyway, let's get this mat up. Winter light tour. That should keep me toasty tonight. I don't think it'll be that cold to be honest, unless it goes very clear. At the moment it's relatively mild but just very damp and of course windy. Time is marching on, but I'll just get everything set up. I was actually sent a wee stove system by Serotonin, which I'll show you. It's a combination of different types of cooking, and because I've got a nearly empty gas, I thought I'll start with the gas and then I'll probably change to alcohol, and this little stove bag does both actually. They're all in there. And it's a remote gas canister set up. So we'll give that a try tonight. Right, I think we're nearly there. I haven't taken the sleeping bag out yet because it's pretty damp. I'll keep it protected at the moment. I can hear the braying of stags away in the distance, which is really nice. Always love this time of year when you get that. It's very atmospheric. Yeah, I'm quite a distance from Ray, unfortunately. He's about 100 yards away up there, but he's quite exposed. He's higher up. I think I'm doing better here because I'm in a slight hollow. But who knows if the wind will tack. The tent seems okay. The pegs are a wee bit short, so I'm going to try and get some rocks and I'll rock down the windward side, I think, before I go to bed tonight. But yeah, it's nice to be in here, and it is an extremely spacious one-person tent for 4-season use. Yeah, really good. I do like that part of it, I have to say. Nice. Anyway, I'm starving. I need to get some food on. The time is 7:15. Yeah, so I think I'll use the burner first. We'll use up the excess gas. I'm absolutely starving. So I haven't actually used a remote canister before. It'll be interesting to see if it burns a bit more efficiently, or whether you can turn it upside down in the cold. Alright, that's that on. The burner itself just slots into this wee bit here apparently. I guess it goes that way. There you go, and it's got little rubber feet there to stop it moving around. These are spring loaded. You just push and fold to make it into its own little bag. And then the alcohol burner part is in here. Take this, unscrew the lid. It's got this kind of flame-proof, I don't know what you call that stuff in there, that kind of flame wool. You can just soak the alcohol into it, use that as a burner. And the lid also becomes a little snuffer with a wee handle you can pop out just to snuff it without burning your fingers. That's pretty good. And then on the bottom, it pops off a little simmer ring as well. So all in all, it's quite neat. I'm going to try both tonight and for breakfast, see how we get on. Whether you'll get the full effect of the heat exchanger, I don't know, but anyway, that looks fine. Time for a pot noodle, methinks. Probably should have filtered this, but we'll just boil the hell out of it with the remaining gas. I'm sure it'll be fine. There you go. Oh yeah, actually I think we can actually use the little inserts on the petrol to sit in there more securely. That's good. Dinner's on, and tonight it's a king pot noodle. Yeah, it was a bit of a rush at Tesco's. So I haven't used the wind guard. I don't need it because of this big door, and I'm sealed on this side. So we'll just cook away without that just now, and the petrol fits really nicely into that stand. So that's a wee bonus as well. So it should probably boil pretty quickly. Yeah, it definitely performs better with a gas canister upside down. I do like the stability you get with a remote canister stove. It keeps everything lower centre of gravity, keeps the flames well away from the tent more as well. So yeah, that's quite good. You'll never guess who just popped their head in the door there. A ghost from YouTube, aka Scotland's Mountains, Murray. Great to meet him at last. It was a bit of a shock. I was in the middle of cooking, just see this head torch appear, and this familiar voice pops and looks in the tent. So kind of you get a wee bit fanboy about it. But anyway, I'm going to have a word with him later on. He's away to pitch his tent. I'm not sure where he's going to go. I believe he's in his Scarp 1, so it will get a bit of a rattling unless he gets a nice sheltered spot. Anyway, I'll finish my dinner and hopefully we'll meet him in a wee while. The other party trick that the serotonin has is this little screw-in pole that fits into the stove housing, and then it's telescopic and it allows you to fit a lantern on top if you've got the right screw fitting. Or you could fit, I'll show you exactly what I've done with it. I didn't think I would use this at all, but I've been actually using it in the filming up until now, and that's because it's become a super light selfie stick, which I'll show you in a second. So what I've done with it is I've added my camera mount or my phone mount to the end of it, and it's telescopic, so it goes out not far, 1.5 feet, but it's enough to do kind of selfies and chat to the camera as I go along. And I have been using it earlier on in this video, so from being something I thought was a bit of a gimmick, I'm actually going to end up using this all the time because it's way lighter to carry, and it also screws in at the bottom to my wee tri-stand, so I can create a proper tripod with it as well. Just to demonstrate that for you, that's it screwed in at the base now, and I've added my phone holder at the top. So it saved me a ton of weight compared to my big one. It doesn't go as high as my other tripod, which is still great for doing pieces to camera if it's at eye level. But for most incidental shots and inside the tent, this is actually ideal. I'm not sure if the camera will detect it, but there's like a bright light coming over the hill here, which I'm assuming is moonrise, just about to show face. I don't know how clear it is out there. I'm going to go outside and see if we can see any stars and find out what the guys are up to. I think Murray's pitched up beside Ray. So I'll go and see the guys in a minute. Yeah, so Ray's in the Vern one, which is getting a comfier hammering up here actually. He's chosen the most exposed area, if you can hear me over this wind. But it does look nice, it's a lovely tent. It's good to see Nortent selling so many now. I think that's kind of, there's a lot of cynicism when it first came out. So I'm hoping you can hear me over the wind here, but this is Scotland's mountains. Murray's down here. Hello! It's been so long since I've actually seen this man. Well, I haven't seen him in the flesh, all I've seen him was on the TV. I know, it's nice to actually shake hands with you. How you doing? You alright? You actually have got a brilliant pitch here. That really is out the wind, isn't it?
I went and had a look around the summit and stuff, but yeah, it's not perfectly flat, but you never get a perfectly flat pitch in Scotland, do you, unless you're...
Yeah, but I'm actually amazed by just how quiet it is here. That's fantastic. Yeah. I thought I was doing alright, but this is great. This is amazing. So we're over at my Varde one now, just to show the guys and see what they think in terms of space inside it. It's pretty roomy, don't you think? It's really about the space, I think, on that one.
It's about a fifth the size of my Scarp Bontage.
Yeah, there's a bit of banter going on here. No, I'm just trying to get a shot because your tent looks very photogenic there with the moon and the head torches. It looks good.
I'm sure on the other side there's like lots of flat line splits, but it was really windy over there.
Right everyone, a good wee night. Had a great old chat with Ray and Murray outside the tent, but it was pretty cold latterly. For bed, I'm going to get my sleeping bag. It's quite damp, so I'm just going to go to my bed. But just a wee quick mention to Ultra Human, who sent me a smart ring. So quite interesting. You get you have to choose your size, so they send you a sizing kit in advance. And then this ring, I'm more interested, rather than wearing it all the time, because I don't wear jewellery, I'm really interested in tracking my sleep, because I hate wearing a watch when I'm sleeping, but I thought a ring would be really interesting, and it'll tell me all about how my sleep pattern and how I get on, especially when you're wild camping, because generally on night one I do not get a good sleep. So we will try this beastie. It's quite smart looking. Chose my finish and my colour, which was really nice, and it's a size 10 as it turns out for me. And I'll just pop it on my wedding finger, and we'll try this tonight and check the stats in the morning. Oh, right, okay, I'm going to get in my sleeping bag. Barring any disasters, I'll see you all in the morning. Oh, good morning everybody. 5 to 7. I think we did say we get up about 7ish and probably out of here 6:30ish. So I'll get up, get dressed and get a quick brekkie on, I think. Well, maybe something, I don't know. Coffee anyway. I'll be interested to see what this tells me about my sleep last night. I heard it quite a bit, and it has been steadily windy. I think it's died off a wee bit this morning, which was forecast. But yeah, the tent's tough. Tough as old boots. Got a hammering. But I haven't checked the guy lines yet, and I never went out to check them. Just hope that it's because it's self-standing and a geodesic that it would be okay. But it's slightly noisy, I would say. The panels get a fair old battering. Then maybe I'm underestimating the wind out there, I don't know. Anyway, it's a lovely place to be inside. And a great warm sleep. Very comfortable, and quite a nice lie downhill, so that's good. So anyway, let's get some brekkie on. So we'll look outside. I would say that is claggy, although I can see some, I can see the first glow of the sun over there, I think, but it's absolutely soaking on the outside of the tent. Well, I don't think I lost any guy lines, that's good. They're all still in place. Maybe a wee bit slack, but that's not a bad thing actually, it's just allowed it to wobble about a bit in the wind. Yeah, it's a tough shelter, that's for sure. It wasn't cold last night for sure, it was a mild night. A mild but very damp night. But no major gear failures, which is a plus. Usually there's something goes bang in the night or something goes wrong in a trip. So we're just using the wee serotonin in liquid fuel mode, for want of a better description. And I just put the wee wind guard around it because it's quite a big flame. I'll show you. Let me just see if I can show you. It's quite a big burner. Good size diameter on it. You just have to be a wee bit careful with those flames. So the wind guard's quite handy. It's pretty efficient actually. See how this wee sniffer works. Oh, there you go. That was painless. Right. This morning's breakfast is going to be a cinnamon bun. Not exactly the healthiest idea in the world, but could do with a sugar kick. Cheers everyone, thanks for watching. That was a good wee stove system that actually. How was your night?
It's not too bad.
You've definitely got the most exposed spot, I think.
I know. I done a wind speed test there and it was 20 mile an hour gusts coming through the moment, so...
Right.
You know, the tent performed well, it really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far impressed.
Good, good,
Plenty
good.
of space inside, comfortable, warm. Not a lot of noise considering the buffeting.
Well, it was a lovely sunrise. I hope you enjoyed some of those wee shots. I hope they came out quite well. But anyway, I'm going to take the tent down now. We're going to clear out fairly early. It is now 8:15, so hopefully away by 8 o'clock. It just remains to say thanks very much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting Murray. I've been waiting years to hopefully bump into him sometime on the hills, so it was great of him to turn up last night. We had a great old chat and a couple of drams, so that was brilliant. But anyway, time to go, get this tent down and back down the hill and enjoy the rest of my weekend. So I'll see you again soon, and thanks again for watching.